Happy weekend from Fextralife. If you've been too busy to keep up on the latest in games we cover or are looking for a refresher, we've got your back. Let's take a look at the comings and goings across the Fextralife Wiki Network. In the past week, a video emerged from YouTube channel Sanadisk that showcased gameplay on one of Bloodborne's unused bosses. And if you remember, a little while back, they're the same folks who unearthed a wealth of never-before-seen Bloodborne assets, which consisted of cut bosses, NPCs, and the like from the game's data. The enemy featured in the video appears to be a mixture of a Cleric Beast, Dark Beast Parl, Watchdog of the Old Lords, and others in both appearance and movesets. This footage gives us an amazing look at the type of content that could have been playable in FromSoft's brutal action RPG. You can check out the vile creature yourself as well as more on Bloodborne's unseen content over on the blog. If you missed out on the recent Monster Hunter World beta, well, you're in luck, as Capcom kicked off an open beta for their highly anticipated action RPG on the 22nd of December, which will run through the 26th. Unfortunately, it's once again a PlayStation 4 exclusive. However, being an open beta means that a PS Plus subscription is no longer required, and that all PS4 owners can now join in on the hunt. So get on your Sony console and grab the beta, and if you participated prior, you can reuse your old client. For more info on this, you can find it over on the blog. And in other Monster Hunter World news, the game's producer has revealed its campaign length to be over 50 hours long, but of course it largely depends on a player's pacing and style, so your mileage may vary. Considering that most RPGs are around the 30 to 40 hour mark, having that much game time is certainly quite the value itself. Furthermore, the developer expanded on the type of DLC, both free and paid, that we can expect for Monster Hunter World, and you can read the complete story over on the blog. Bandai Namco's latest Code Vein trailer is quite the treat and has something for everyone, as it features a nice blend of Souls-like gameplay and in-game cutscenes, along with a nice helping of Studio UFO Table's animation. The video's anime segment were part of a previously revealed screenshots, which you can check out over on the blog if you haven't already. It also gives us a sampling of Code Vein's English dubbing, and with the entire show set to music from Japanese rock duo Vamps. CRPG fans rejoice, there's a new but yet to be announced game brewing from RPG veterans Obsidian Entertainment, who's currently in a partnership with newly founded publishing label Private Division. This mystery game from the notable developer will be led by Fallout's co-creators Tim Kaine and Leon Boyarsky. However, at the moment there is not a whole lot of information on the title, but we do know a little bit about the fresh publisher. Private Division was put together recently by Take-Two Interactive with the aim of fostering titles from some of game's top indie developers, which also included other studios working on new IPs such as Project White, an upcoming RPG from the studio The Outsiders that was formed by ex-DICE developers and others. The full story, along with the video on Private Division, can all be found over on the blog. Owners of Microsoft's latest Xbox One X console can now utilize the machine's extra processing power when playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, as Studio CD Projekt Red released their promised upgrade patch for the system, which contains an array of enhancements and includes support for 4K and HDR, high-res textures, enhanced shadows, and much more. This recent update is much like the one released for PlayStation 4 Pro not too long ago. And, speaking of PS4 Pro, CD Projekt Red has also mentioned that a new Witcher 3 patch will be heading to Sony's system. You can read the full scope of features on this much-welcomed Xbox One X update for the game, which also includes instructions on its setting over on the blog. There have been rumors going around stemming from a recent leak on Square Enix's long-awaited Kingdom Hearts 3 action RPG, which showcases what looks to be an unannounced world for the game that is based on Monsters, Inc. animation. This all began when a member from the Reset Era website called WrestleMan opened up a thread with a set of images showing the area. These images feature protagonist Sora along with Donald and Goofy donning monster costumes much like the human character Boo from the movie itself. We also get to see the movie star duo Sully and Mike Wazowski in those screenshots. However, nothing has been confirmed on the authenticity of these images, but you can have a look at them and decide for yourself right over on the blog. To get into the spirit of the holiday season, this year's annual The Dawning event for the latest Destiny 2 online shooter RPG has begun. The winter occasion commenced on December 19th and will run all the way through January 9th. Guardians can expect snowball fights, new milestones, player gifting, and the return of the Mayhem mode, and much more. Full details on the 2017 Dawning celebration can be viewed over on the blog. And for those of you who enjoy a good story and happen to adore Destiny's lore, Bungie has you covered with their new Destiny 2 comic book tie-in dubbed Fall of Osiris. The Fall of Osiris webcomic has its first issue out now and is freely available for you to read over at the developer's official website. It is comprised of 10 pages and recounts the story of Osiris, a prominent character in Destiny's lore. New information and screenshots have surfaced on Bandai Namco's upcoming action RPG, Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. They detail a new game mode where players, especially fans of the anime adaptation, can look forward to squaring off with the antagonist Death Gun. Also, we learn about Asuna's quests that has players turn in materials over to her in exchange for special gear, as well as a glimpse on the game's locales. You can gleam over the images and their info over on the blog. 'Tis the season, and thus did developers Phoenix Labs bring the Christmas festivities to all the good slayers of Dauntless, their Monster Hunter-inspired action RPG. The game's 2017 seasonal event is dubbed Frostfall, which began on December 19th and will last up until sometime in January. It is comprised of a number of event-exclusive content, such as items, quests, rewards, special hunts, among many others. Locations in the game have also been given the winter treatment, as the Shattered Isles and others have been laden deep in snow. And for more details on the Frostfall event and on Dauntless itself, you can find it over on the blog. And now for our final bit of news, developer Cryptic Studios and publisher Perfect World Entertainment of the Neverwinter MMORPG announced over the week the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One release dates for their latest Swords of Chult expansion. The latest add-on first launched on PC back in October of this year and featured a revamped PvP system with new gear and balances. It also featured an all-new skirmish dubbed the Merchant Prince's Folly that contains new locales, enemies, and rewards. There's an overview on the Swords of Chult expansion that you can watch right over on the blog. That's a wrap for the Week in Wikis. We're looking forward to another great week of gaming fun. Don't forget to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits, and budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks for a great week, and as always, keep checking in with us for news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness. Follow us on social media for all the latest and greatest. The more followers we get, the larger the army of the Fexus grows.